Let's look at injury susceptibility now. Girls get more concussions than boys. This is pretty universal throughout the literature, where girls get more concussions than boys. In sports that are played by both sexes, girls get more concussions. So this study here just came out right at the end of 2018, and this looked at high school and college basketball players. And they found that in boys, concussion in basketball was the fourth highest injury that was reported, and it was 9.6% of all injuries that were suffered. In girls, concussion was the second highest injury reported, and it was in 16% of all injuries. So you can see the discrepancy here. Prien in 2018 was a systematic review comparing sports looking at concussion incidents, and they found that women's ice hockey, which is a non-contact sport, has more concussions than men's ice hockey, which is a full contact sport. Women's soccer has more concussions than men's soccer. So generally, if you look at a sport that's played by both sexes, women will have a higher incidence of concussion than men in that sport. Now, is this because women are more susceptible to injury, or are they just more honest and more likely to report? So we don't really know why girls report more concussions than boys, but there's some theories. So the main theories that are out there, there's three main theories. Theory number one is that the neck to head ratio of women is a lot smaller than it is for men. So women's necks, if they're thinner and potentially weaker, they're unable to control the head as well as a man's neck would be potentially, so that when an impact happens, there may be more force delivered to the head, so that maybe injuries are happening with less force, or when injuries are happening, potentially they're more severe. Second possibility, hormonal differences and fluctuations with the menstrual cycle. This has been kind of mixed in terms of the reports that have been done. Some studies have shown that it does make a difference. Other studies have shown that it has not. Other studies have found that the birth control pill has no effect on it, so which kind of regulates hormones throughout the cycle. So that one is kind of mixed right now, but it's still one of the theories that exists. The third theory is that maybe women are just more likely to report when they have symptoms. They're more honest to say, I don't feel right, something's off, I think I have a concussion, whereas the boys might try to kind of, play the tough guy and tough it out. So that might be why. So it might not be a difference in the actual concussions in themselves. It might just be a reporting bias where women tend to report more.